So let me tell you something. One of the toughest things a person will ever have to go through, male or female, is a divorce. I've been broke, and I'm not only coming from my experience, this is from talking to friends and family and just being observant. One of the toughest things a person will ever go through is a divorce. You can be broke. I've been broke. I've been in fights. I've been in a car accident. I've had near life death experiences. But I am telling you, the toughest emotional thing a person will ever go through is a divorce. I don't condone a divorce. I believe in marriage. I believe that you can be with one person. I believe in family. I believe in structure. I believe in building a legacy. That's how I was personally raised. I know a lot of people weren't raised like that, and I'm blessed and fortunate to have men as a good example. But sometimes when you are married, it doesn't work out. I'm divorced. A couple of my friends are divorced, male and female. It's not always easy. So I'm just gonna get into a couple of things that you might see or go through if you are married. That if you see or go through this, it might be time to get a divorce. Um, I know a lot of times people say, "Well, he cheated and she cheated." I don't condone cheating. I don't condone stepping on a person you committed yourself to in the eyes of God. However, I know a lot of families, especially when somebody who's older died. What do you usually find out? This person had a daughter or a son by a woman, or they had another family. Personally, when my biological father died, I found out I had a sister in Nigeria to this day where we communicate. We're pretty close. It's just how it is. So I don't condone cheating, but a lot of times we are married, cheating could be overlooked. With counseling, with therapy. A lot of people say, well, he cheated, she cheated, time for a divorce. Well, yes and no. When you have money invested, you have children, you have properties, such as and such forth, it's a little different. But anyway, a couple of things. If you see any of these, it might be no way of going back. So, and I got my trusty notes here. So, if you're constantly arguing and fighting, it might be time for a divorce. If there is constant arguing, name calling, screaming, things being thrown at each other, it might be time for a divorce. If therapy really and truly can't help, it might be time for a divorce. If it gets physical, if you start putting hands on each other, I don't condone hitting a woman. A woman shouldn't hit a man. I don't condone putting your hands on anybody you promise to love and care for and cherish, sickness and health, for rich and poor. But if it gets physical, cops get involved and all this stuff, nah. And it's funny enough, there are a lot of men who are being abused by their wives. A lot of people don't want to talk about that because we're the man. But if you have to get physical with somebody, it's time for a divorce. It's just not healthy because now your life's at stake. If the person you're with is constantly not showing you emotional support, like for example, let's say they're disrespecting you. You're coming home to a house where you don't know the person. They're just constantly they're checked out. It might be time for a divorce. I mean, a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Your home has to be at peace. If you come home and you're not at peace, it might be time to split. And the number one reason why, for most reasons, and this is probably, across the board for divorce, if you're with somebody and they stop having sex with you, for whatever reason, they just stop. They don't want to touch you. They don't want to be physical with you. It might be time for a divorce. Cause let's keep it real. Part of marriage is having sex with your partner. You're committed to each other. You ain't got to be somebody's sex slave. However, if somebody stop having sex with you, it might be time for a divorce. That's funny because it happened to me. That happened to my homeboy. We both good dudes. Our wives at the time stopped having sex with us. And I know some women out there, their husbands stop having sex with them. Sex is not the only thing, but it's a very important aspect of a marriage. So if that is going on, I mean, it's sad, but hey, now it's one thing if the person can't, because a physical ailment, you know, person might be sick and they physically can't. That's a little different. And there are a lot of people who believe in polygamy. You know, I personally don't. That's something totally different. But you know, take everything with an open mind. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. You know, if you see any of these things, you know the person is combative, arguing. They're getting physically disrespectful. They're not respecting you as a husband or a wife, and it's really unbearable. And therapy can't help. And then that person starts having sex with you, it might be time for a divorce. Might be time. It sucks, but at the end of the day, you have to have peace of mind. I mean, some people get divorced because the person's not making no money, or some people get divorced because you know, they fell on hard times. That's not a reason for a divorce. Some people do forget their vows, you know, richer or poorer, for better or worse. But when the worst is like physically, emotional abuse, I mean real physical or emotional abuse, you gotta look at that. So with that being said, you know, to all my married folk, you know, please work at it, stay strong, keep the family structure. You know, don't get divorced for silly things, because I see a lot of people get divorced, and a lot of times had they just gone to therapy, talked and worked it out, they could have had a flourishing marriage. You know, you don't get to 20, 30, 25, I mean 20, 25, 30, 40, 50 years of marriage without going through some stuff. Sidebar. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace and love. To the next video.